Hey, how's it going guys? Ricky Summer here, and today I've come back in time to walk you through how melee works in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. But first, a message from our sponsor.
Chrome Stallions, Armored Mercenary Company. No job is too big.
Alright, so I've just loaded up into instant action to demonstrate how this works. So for those who don't know, the latest update of MechWarrior 5 has brought melee, as well as mech switching, so I can now switch between all the mechs in my lance, which is pretty handy. Look, for me, I'm a little bit of a role player. For me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure I want to use that too much because it feels a little bit weird. How does that even work in the universe? But that's neither here nor there. We've got it, and that's very cool. It's also worth noting that if you die in your mech, you don't automatically switch to another mech, and you cannot switch to another mech. So if you die, you are dead. Mech switching will not help you there. But we're here to talk about melee at the moment. So this is a free update. It has dropped alongside DLC, but you don't need the DLC to play with this stuff. Okay, so melee works just like any other weapon. I have two, I guess like melee weapons, two arms here. I've got the medium hand and medium lower arm on this Vindicator, and I've bound them to my side buttons. So as you can see, I'm moving them, controlling them independently of each other. Now, it is worth noting, let me just jump into weapon groups real quick. I had to play around with the weapon groups to really get it working the way I want. Previously, they were both set to 5, and that meant that when I hit that particular weapon group, they would go one after the other, which was a little bit annoying. That means that if you've got a target to your right and you're hitting that weapon group for melee, the left is going to swing first. It didn't quite work out. So I've now swapped them to weapon groups 3 and 4, which I have to my side mouse buttons. And that makes it a lot easier to manage. So now I can actually choose which arm I want to smack with. Now, if we could just find some mechs, I'll show you how it works. So I'm really not sure whether I want to stay first person or third person for this one. Third person might make more sense for melee, but listen, buddy, it's killing me here. I need my immersion. I need my first person. All right, here we go. I'm going to swap targets. Sir, sliding up, sidling up, sidling up. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The left hook, left hook, left hook. Let's get a better view from the outside. It's actually really difficult to gauge whether you hit them or not sometimes. Here we go. There you go. A little bit of the smack. Sir. Miss. Heavy whiff. Yo, he's got a broken leg. Okay. Easy target. Let's see if we can pop the other leg. Sir. Let's give him a right hook. There you go. The left. Let's go. Right in there. Get in there. Alright, let's swap into another mech. Let's give this a try. Okay, we've got the assassin here. Unfortunately, we've already lost a leg on him, but he has a medium hand. So let's slide on over to weapon groups, and his medium hand, again, it seems to all default to 5. I don't want that. I want that on 4. Look at him go. Okay, let's see if we can get some smacks down. A nice juicy spider. Sir? I do believe you require a smack. Yo, he just popped his own boy? Hey, yo, can I smack a tank? Let's see if I can smack a tank. I can see, that's the thing though. I'm not sure if I smacked him or if I just clipped him with my toe. It's a little bit ambiguous. Yo, he's lined himself up for me. Would you look at that? Let me just shimmy here. No, stay right where you are. Yeah. What do you know about that? Yo, he punched me back? Rudy! Don't you get back here, sir. Smack? Yes, that connected. That beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yes! Alright, welcome to the Mechlab. We're going to start off by looking at the Vindicator, because that's what we were playing before. So the way this works is very simple. Damage will scale based on the size of the chassis, so light, medium, heavy, so on. And we have two different kinds of hand actuators of melee weapons. We've got the lower arm and the hand. The lower arm does less damage, the hand does more damage. It's as simple as that. So in the case of the Vindicator, we've got a medium lower arm and a medium hand, one of each. So the medium lower arm does 7.5 damage, and the medium hand does 15 damage, and the range on all hand actuators are 17.5 meters as far as I've seen so far. So it's worth noting that these are not swappable at all. You cannot customize this at all. In fact, let's have a look at this dervish here, which has had both its arms blown off. If we go into loadout, you'll see that the hand actuators aren't even damaged. They don't even register as damage. They're like hard wired into the structure of the arm. So they're part of the arm. When the arm is destroyed, they're obviously not usable, and when the arm is reinstated, when it's repaired, the hands will be usable again. So it's really, really simple. You actually don't have to worry about anything at all. The downside of that is there's no customization, right? You can't swap in a better hand. To be perfectly honest, the melee system already exceeds my expectations. I really didn't think that it would work quite as well as it does, or make as much sense as it does. So I'm not too upset that we can't customize the hands, but look, it might be something nice for the future, and maybe the models will slide in and help us out with that. All right, so let's have a look at a couple other mechs. So we know that the medium hand actuators do 7.5 and 15 damage, low and high respectively. So if we have a look at a heavy, we've got an Orion here. Unfortunately, I don't have any mechs that have heavy hands. I only have mechs that have heavy lower arms. But in the case of this Orion, we've got 2 heavy lower arms, and it does 10 damage. So not even as much as a medium hand would do, which is quite interesting. If we go back to the Vindicator, for example, I mean, 15 damage in one punch is equivalent to more than this PPC here. And when you think about it like that, that's actually kind of rad. That's, on paper, that sounds really, really useful. It's just a matter of, like, can you pull it off without taking a lot of damage yourself? I feel like that's something I need to practice at. On the other hand, we go over to this Panther here, which has 2 light hands, and light hands do 10 damage, which is equivalent to a heavy lower arm. So can you imagine sliding with this Panther and straight up boxing? That's, oh man, like, no way in hell is that a viable strategy, but it just tickles me. It tickles me that that's possible. Yo, look, on the whole, I'm actually really pleased. When I first heard about this update, I figured they'd half-ass it, honestly, to be perfectly honest. I wasn't expecting much, but the system makes sense, and I like that for the most part, you can look at a mech and you can go, yeah, that's gonna be a hand, or yeah, that's gonna be a lower arm, you know? In the case of the Marauder in particular, these are 2 heavy lower arms, right? And you look at it and you go, yeah, like that thing's not going to be able to punch like a bro. He's just like undercutting here. Whereas you look at the Shadowhawk and my man's got 2 legitimate human arms. So of course he's got 2 hands and he can box. I mean, I need to take the Shadowhawk out for a little bit of a boxing session. Can you imagine? 15 damage either side. What would you, like, how would you do this? Maybe if you load up on full armor all across the front and make sure that you're loaded up on the arms, armor-wise, I wonder if you could get a melee mech going. That would be amazing. Alright guys, now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of the melee update? Have you tried it yet? Are you pleased with how they've implemented it, or were you expecting more? Thank you very much for watching. Be excellent to each other, and I'll see you next time. Ricky Summer, out.